Welcome to Boomhauer69's channel, and today Boomhauer's going to do a talk video here. I talked about this before and I want to talk about it again. I have an idea in the near future, and this is one of the reasons why I created a YouTube channel. Is in the future I'd like to build my own car from the 1900s, 1800s. Build my own 1800s, 1900s vintage horseless carriage. I always call it a horseless carriage because that's what they were referred to back in the early days of automobiling. Is build my own type of horseless carriage from the ground up. I don't want to go out and buy a vintage car and restore it like most people do. I'm going to try to, in the future, with the help of people, build my own car from the ground up and stuff. Because I really like cars from the 1800s and 1900s. When I was a kid growing up, I liked watching the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Dick Van Dyke, and I always thought that was a cool, interesting movie. And it got me thinking, and later on as an adult, it got me thinking, man, it would be cool to do like the old boys did back in the day and build my own car from the ground up. Because back then, in the about late 1800s, when automobiles were popping on scene in the early 1900s, before Henry Ford came along, cars were super expensive where people just couldn't afford the automobile. The automobile was something more for rich people, and if you was just an poor old country boy and farmer, you just rode on a horse and buggy, or if you was lucky, you managed to figure out how to build your own vehicle, and you'd ride it into town, and people would be like, wow, that's amazing, that's kind of cool, you built your own car, and people would be fascinated. And if you're lucky like Henry Ford, you simply build some for other people and eventually turn it into a business. And of course, Henry Ford, he did not invent the car. He invented the assembly line, which made automobile productions and automobiles in general a lot cheaper and more affordable for the common man. And that's what I'd like to do in the near future, is basically build my own style of car from the 1800s and 1900s, basically from 1925 on back, and build my own style of design from the ground up, something my own, where people would be like, wow, that's amazing, you came up with that all on your own, and you didn't, steal someone else's idea, but build my own kind of design, and make it look like something that came from that era, pretty basic, and, I would add a few modern features to it, like brake lights, headlights, and turn signal lights, obviously, and of course modern day braking system instead of the old style belt brakes. A lot of them old cars had just this like rubber band type braking system that wasn't worth the darn, and so I'd modernize with some modern day brake features and stuff, and the proper lights and stuff for driving. But that's my goal, is just to someday be able to successfully do that, build my own like 1800s, 1900s car from the ground up and make it a reality. That's why I created this YouTube channel, was because I had these ideas. I thought, well, just floating around in my head, they won't become a reality unless I at least try talking about them and see what happens. And so that's a little bit of reason why I created this YouTube channel, is I had this idea and I thought it'd be a neat thing to talk about and share about. I done other videos about it before and kind of showed pictures of what I was kind of thinking of cars from that era. Like I showed a picture in one previous video of a vintage Chevy, and how from the 1900s, and how I thought that was kind of a neat car, and kind of give people a rough idea of what I was thinking, for a car. But yeah, that's basically what I'd like to do, is in the near future someday, if I have the funds to find a company that can help me build this idea. I have no mechanical knowledge whatsoever. I never built anything in my life, but I don't have a mechanical certification. I'm not a certified technician. I never worked on anything. I don't know how to build a motor from the ground up. I don't know how to do a lot of mechanical things. All I know how to do when it comes to mechanical stuff is on the car I own, I know how to check the oil and see what level the oil is at and fluid levels. But as far as like actual building a car or something, I don't know how to do none of that. And maybe someday I can hopefully get the funds, find a company that would help me build my idea and make it a reality. Because that's one of the video ideas I'd like to do someday, is build my own vintage car from the 1800s, 1900s, from the ground up and stuff. And that's why I'm doing these videos. And I also view them as a way to also encourage other people not to be afraid to get out there and share their ideas of whatever they would like to try to build or create or whatever, So to give them also encouragement as well to go ahead and not be afraid to share their ideas and follow their dreams as well. And so yeah, that's one of the things you might be able to see someday on this YouTube channel, is me trying to make that a reality. It's simply right now funding, money is the biggest issue right now. I don't have the money to do that, and plus I don't know the businesses out there or companies or fabricating shops or anything that would help me pull that off. I don't know where those businesses are and stuff, so I'm right now at a lost cause. But I thought, talking about the idea would be a start at getting it out there and getting the idea. So basically, because I'm really fascinated with cars from the 1800s, 1900s, because you can really see in them the passion that went into building that car and creating them, Nowadays, I feel like modern day cars, they just stamp them out, and to me, those cars from the 1900s, I always feel like the creator of that car really put their heart and soul into making that something that unique and different, and they really put their heart and soul and efforts into making something beautiful. And that's what I'd like to do and stuff, is really make like a car from the 1800s, 1900s, and really do like what the old boys did back in the day, and those people, the men and women back in those days, and be able to do what they did, and just with a few modern upgrades I do, like simply obviously headlights and brake lights and turn signal lights and stuff, modern day lighting system and simply braking systems as well, and be about it. And I was thinking about, okay, if I built this car, the body wise and frame and rolling chassis, if I was able to do that, what type of motor would I use? And simply I'd probably just go with some sort of like small engine type motor, like something like you'd see typically in maybe a lawnmower or small lawn tractor, like lawnmower or go-kart or something, and of that sort is what I'm kind of leaning more towards and stuff, Keep it pretty basic, the idea would be is to keep it pretty basic like them old boys, like the old cars were, and keep it plain, simple, and kind of basic. But so there's an idea I have for a video in the future on this video. So if you like this sort of content, hit that red subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and give your thoughts, whether it's a good, bad thought, Tell me what you think, Is it a good idea, bad idea, what you think? And comment below and give this thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video if you like this video, because you're definitely going to help out Boomhauer69 and growing this channel. But for all you new subscribers out there that just recently subscribed to my channel, here's a video for you of an idea that I have. This is basically for the new subscribers. I got videos on this idea before. Check those videos out as well. But yeah, that's basically my idea, is to simply build a horseless carriage in the near future. That's what I'd love to do on this channel. Try to build my own style of horseless carriage. So look forward to that. And thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you all have a good day.